Alright guys, 6-string here. I thought I'd have maybe a quick discussion on some of these ambidextrous safety selectors. I've always enjoyed them, and they make it's a practical sense because you get into that rhythm where you on with your thumb and off, but you know when you're out there training and it's on and you're done, I find doing this, it just comes more natural. Off, on, off, on. So anyway, that's kind of the first part, but what I wanted to kind of do here is, you know, do a quick comparison. Obviously the Battle Arms ambidextrous is excellent, but I found these more affordable defense package, and this is the short throw selector, and that's what I put on this one. So this is the 45-degree angle one, or whatever, and again it's the same basic setup and for half the money. Okay, and it does work, and I would actually, on that note, highly recommend if you're going to do the Battle Arms. I really like, this is the regular 90-degree, but the 45-degree would be awesome, I bet. But I just wanted to do a little quick quality comparison between these two, and obviously the Battle Arms is top-notch, and you know where I got it, there wasn't a choice. You got it with the short on this side. It wasn't the flat short. I couldn't choose, and I can be honest with you, when I had installed it, I was thinking, oh, this is going to be an issue. I'm going to be able to feel it. But when you're out there training or practicing, it's not an issue. And in fact, you like it. So don't freak out about that. Quality oozes from this thing. It is just such a beautiful selector. It really is. And when you compare that to the budget defense package one, I mean, as you can see already, this is kind of a cheaper, feels more of like a stamp metal, and it just is a little looser and narrow. I do have to admit that I didn't put, it did come with a safety, they both came with a spring and a new detent, and this is the new detent, and this is the original one, which I should switch them out, but it is a little loose, but I don't mind it being really light. But as you can see, it's just a little flimsier than the Battle Arms. There's no play in that, really. Where the idea is that this is definitely works, does the job, but I highly recommend doing the Battle Arms over that. And it's just excellent, and it's not an item you're gonna want to be messing around with. Even though this does do the job, I mean, if there was any sort of issue with, you know, I ever thought it might fail or whatever, obviously this one feels like it could easily fail. I did replace that acorn. I'm one of the people that doesn't really love the acorn selector. I just like the sweeping better. It's a good selector, don't get me wrong, from Rock River. I just not as huge a fan. One big thing that I gotta warn you about is if you do get either one of these, especially the Battle Arms, due to your muscle memory, you're going to need to put it on your other rifles, that's for sure, because you're just not going to want to not have it. And it's just more of an intuitive thing, really. It's not about being, you know, left-handed. It's about, you know, firing, and then when you're done firing, you can get a close-up here. You can see it's almost like a, I don't want to call it anything more than like a pot metal. There is some serrations on there, but it's just not as beefy as the Battle Arms. And but I do, however, enjoy the 45-degree short throw of this. So we're talking, that's it. But so I would get the Battle Arms in that, and Mr. Hair Trigger. On another note, speaking of like high quality, average quality, obviously these are the K&S Precision Anti-Roll and pins. These are just simply got off eBay. Someone has brilliantly just done 2 rods, and then with 2 Allen keys on each side. And these are only like 11 bucks. It gets the job done, especially if you Loctite them. This is a simple solution, and it will save you some money. I think these are only like $27 anyway, or 29 bucks, where this is literally 12 bucks or so. I don't quote me on that, but this is a decent solution, and I think you can get away with it versus the full-on cane asshole. That does look badass, doesn't it? So anyway, if there's any question, you want to go with the badass, the battle arms. This thing is just solid, and really like it. Here, this is the Rock River 2-stage trigger that I installed in this puppy. So, let's see, let me show you something. And then, crisp. A little bit of an issue on the original. This is the original Rock River 2-stage. This thing is a hair trigger now. So, I'm hoping that doesn't get any worse than that. That is why Mr. Scope is living on this now. And this has become the CQB or the home defense rifle. Because this thing